Okay, I've done this video before. Look at us. We're playing games. Or at least you can play games. I don't do that sort of thing, but there is an option for this to play games. It's on the little joystick one right beside YouTube. This is the Apple TV. This is why they hate Apple. What I mean by that is Weem, Blue OS, NAD. I think EverSolo allows you to whatever kind of boom to it, or whatever the word is, cast to it maybe. But most streamers just don't like Apple Music. And Apple Music is lossless. So that's a good quality of music. It's not the best, but it's good. Well, you never know. It might be the best. It might be what you have. I have it because I have Apple One. Apple One comes with basically free music, like the music app, right? Like I've got all my movies in here. You know, these are my recent purchases. Hopefully you can see that okay. Other movies. There's over 800 movies in here. A lot of them were basically digital files that came with a Blu-ray and you downloaded them. Here's the nice thing about Apple. They sent me an email one time and said that every movie I had purchased, if it was available in 4K, it is now 4K. Because a lot of these movies were downloaded before 4K existed. Believe me? Trust me. You have to believe me. That's how long Apple's been around. So let's get out of here and let's go over here and down, and we're gonna find an old buddy, and that's Spotify. There's my old buddy Spotify right here. That's how I discovered Colter Wall, from this movie. Hell or High Water, just the soundtrack. Colter Wall. Chris Stapleton's on it too, right there. He's pretty good. I mean, I could play this, but I'd get demonetized. Anyway, like you got Eddie Vedder, Best of Vedder, you got Zeppelin, you got the very best of Straits, Dire Straits. I was talking about Randy the other day. 90s mix, Tina Turner, she's wicked. Rihanna, not so much. Probably my wife. Collective Soul, that's mine. Kings of Leon, definitely mine. If you guys haven't heard Kings of Leon, download them. Trust me, they're wicked. Disturbed's greatest hits. The Bluestones, definitely a good band. Man, I haven't gone on to Spotify. I forgot all this stuff had been put on Spotify. I have not used Spotify for a long time. Chris Isaac, greatest hits. See, when you can't have too many of these bloody streaming things, so I pick a different one. And I pick a different one because, well, music sounds better. How's that for an answer? Spotify is not lossless. So let's get out of Spotify. So let's go down to this one. Oh, have you guys seen this? This is crazy. This is all like heavy metal videos. You know? What's on the charts these days? Come on. Seen one the other day that was on there. Ozzy Osbourne. God bless Ozzy Osbourne. Black Sabbath. Watched that one the other day. If you can see it. We can go down, open it up. I can resume it. I guess I must have watched it twice. It's funny, if you open it up, you can see them singing. It's pretty wicked. Anyway, we're out of that. We're out of that. We're out of that. This is like $6.99 a month or something. Even if I listen to one concert a month, I think that's worth the $6.99. Here's where we're really at. Tidal. Why Tidal? It's lossless. It competes with Cobus. It competes with a lot of other companies. It is spectacular. Home. Okay, so what have I got on home? I should probably just go into, whoops. Don't know that one. Don't know why that's on there. Oh, let's not go to home. Let's go to collection. Is that what I want? Yes. Okay, Dope Lemon. Found them yesterday. Not lying. Dope Lemon. You haven't heard them? They're deadly. Deadly. I downloaded everything they had. And you go down. Using my iPad to run this. I don't use the Apple control, whatever. I just, oops, press the wrong button there. I'm kind of looking at the TV and, whoops, looking at the TV and trying to run this. Okay, so that's Ozzy Osbourne's daughter right here. Here's a song, Cocaine Style. Listen to that by ARO. She was talking about her dad in that video, let me tell you, or that song. Then I've got artists, different stuff like that. But I mean, I can dig way deeper into, like I can search. I search Kiss. What am I gonna do? Come on, get up there. Well, I gotta cancel that. What's now playing? Well, ARO is playing. Anyway, title, that's why. So then you've got like other options like Prime Video. I don't even know if I have this hooked up downstairs. I don't really watch a lot of Prime, but we'll see. Let's just see. The main TV is upstairs. Yeah, I guess I'm there. Paramount. We've got Paramount. Let's see if that's hooked up. Yeah, it's hooked up. Yeah, I'm there. Oh my God, I didn't think we had Disney anymore. Let's see if it still exists. I thought we got rid of that. Well, my wife's pretty sick, so yeah, it's still there. So you can see the amount of streaming shit I'm paying for. iTunes shows, like that's television, right? So well, I gotta go to the App Store. I don't really care. But this right here, this is why they don't like Apple. This is why they don't like Apple, because it's what's the word? Anyway, you can't enter their equipment. You can break open their laptops, I guess. You can break open their phones and repair them, but it's got to be all done by an authorized person or a complete hack. So I have that on Apple Music too. Oops, shit. Library. So I've got ARO, Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, Brothers in Arms. I just bought that for $12 out of a United States company, and that's coming in LP. Techno Ecstasy, a Sabbath, Ozzy, Sabbath. That Youngblood video, sorry, but I had to download that when he does changes in Birmingham. Like, that kid is going places. Lana Del Rey, her Essentials. Apple Music does this all the time with the Essentials, and I don't mind it. Opioid by Tool, Deadly. We're an American band, Grand Funk Railroad. Bang Bang Pow, that's Hedegaard. Hedegaard's a test tracks, you know, check out how the stereos really perform and how deep it digs, how much will it shake my house. This is the ultimate Hedegaard, Ratchets. You want to hear bass? That's extreme techno. Essentials by, well, anything Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, Deadly. Got some Def Leppard. Wasn't a huge fan, but you know, there's a couple songs. Back in Black, Let's Get Real. It's one of their best. 9 Inch Nails. You know what? Audiophiles refer to Pretty Hate Machine as a very well recorded album. Head Like a Hole, Down in It is wicked. Sanctified, if you haven't heard Sanctified by 9 Inch Nails, That's a dirty song. I like it. Played that since I was like 17 years old. I'm 50 now. Madonna, not a huge fan. Pink Floyd, The Wall wasn't their best, but I do love Pink Floyd. The Bangles, ever heard of the Bangles? Walk Like an Egyptian. I bet you that's on there. Essentials. Number 1, Walk Like an Egyptian. You can see it. It is right here. Walk Like an Egyptian. Definitely a classic song. Phil Collins Essentials, The Cure's Essentials, Tears for Fears Essentials. You know, they put their music into different categories. Like, you know what I mean? Putting them into these essentials. I mean, it's just an easier way to stream. ZZ Top, Essentials. You know, there's George Michael Faith. He was a great singer. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, he was part of Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go, whatever. Michael Jackson, Thriller. I mean, if I could find an original record of that, that would be something else. 1984, The Eurythmics. I didn't even remember downloading that. Sheryl Crow, come on, Cheryl's deadly. Forever Your Girl, Paula Abdul, Joe Satriani. If you haven't heard a guitarist, Joe, Steve Vai, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, you know, you're dealing with some pretty wicked guitarists there. Eurythmics, Suzanne Vega, Tales from the Realm, great album. Another Vega one, you know, great album. More essentials on rock. Oh, Billy Joel's Essentials. I bet you Downeastern Alexa is on. Well, Piano Man, it's got to be. Uptown Girl, that was about Christy Brinkley. For the people who know who Christy Brinkley was, she was a model. Got to be down. New York State of Mind, that's good. I'm not a huge Billy Joel fan, but he's pretty good. But if he's got Downeastern Alexa on here, that one brings tears to my eyes. It's kind of a, oops, want to get out of that. We're shutting it off. Anyway, there's a frickin' lot of Billy Joel songs. Like, you're getting a lot of stuff there. One of the essentials, Billy Joel's. We got George Michael. That's, or not George Michael, sorry, Boy George. Guess I was thinking about sexual orientation there for a second. Shouldn't do that. Blue Oyster Cult, deadly. Van Halen, and then David Lee Roth. Well, David Lee Roth did Skyscraper. You ever heard this album? Definitely dig it up. And then you got some Neil Diamond and some CCR. Neil Diamond, I'm gonna tell you what I think about Neil Diamond. I think Eddie Vedder is a modern day Neil Diamond. I really think that. You can balk me on the comparisons, whatever. So you can go to playlists, go to artists, you know, and I mean, these are just the artists I have on Apple TV. Because I used to use Apple quite a bit. Poison, Roy Orbison, like, we're talking about a lot of, oh, Warrior Soul. What have I got from Warrior Soul? Drugs, God, and the New Republic. That's an album. That's an acquired taste album. I probably listened to that one when I was, I don't know, McLaren Furnace Room. Deadly, deadly song. Waylon Jennings, what do we got? Greatest Hits, Wicked. The Essential Waylon Jennings, Wicked. That's kind of from my dad's era. You know, Blackie Lawless, you know, The Crimson Idol. I like, what do we got for Van Halen? Oh, we got those two. What do we got for UB40? UB40, Labor of Love, 10 songs. Oops. I went to, oh, that's the best Tracy Chapman recording of all. End of story. 2 Feet. 2 Feet. He's interesting. He's got an interesting sound. There was a video on YouTube with 2 Feet. That's what got me into him. Typo Negative. Typo Negative, I've got everything from Typo Negative. I've pretty much got everything on LP now too, typo negative. Um, the man had a deeper voice than Mariana's Trench. I don't really care what anyone says. He redoes a whole bunch of stuff. Like he redoes Ozzy. He redoes a lot of. He redoes Neil Young. Just wicked stuff. Tool, come on. I've got almost everything Tool in there. What am I missing? Lattice. Lattice is there. Sorry, got that. Throwdown, Tension, Social Disorder, Suzanne Vega, Sarah Hall, Rush. Come on, Rush. Spirit of the Radio, that's funny. I don't have Tom Sawyer on there. Roy Orbison should have the Essential Roy Orbison. This is the first CD that my father ever bought, I believe. And She's a Mystery to Me. That is the very first CD that my family ever owned. And that is the very first song that my family ever played on a CD player in 1986. That was a moment in time I shall never forget. Now, I wasn't a huge Roy fan, but I sure as hell am now. 1986, man. That's 40 years ago. 40 years ago. And I heard that for the very first time on CD. It was a moving moment. It was a moment that I'll never forget, ever. Anyway, I think you get the point of where I'm going. Quiet Riot. Come on, where did Randy Rhoads come from? It's where Randy Rhoads came from, Metal Health. You know, come on, feel the noise. Where the girls rock the boys. You know what I mean? Like Paul Abdul, Pearl Jam, Pink Floyd, you know, Ozzy Osbourne, Nine Inch Nails, Neil Diamond, Michael Jackson. Like, it's just a really nice layout. And why they don't put it on these other streaming outfits is because that Apple box with that little white light on it, there's a few things with white lights on it in front of my TV, but that's $179. And for people that are interested in Apple, the CD is, not the CD, but the streaming box is going to be upgraded in September, October. So maybe it has different, you know, like what if they put a screen on it? What if they, you know, put coaxial out or analog out or something on there? I mean, and it's like $400. I'll tell you right now, I'm buying one. I'm buying three, actually. Well, I'm buying one anyway, for sure, for downstairs. But anyway, you get the point. Let's get out of here. And that little app right there is why they hate them. It's why they hate them. Steve Jobs tried to fix the music industry. He didn't have enough foresight to see that he was kind of screwing it by selling songs for 99 cents in the US and $1.29 in Canada. And then iTunes, like where did iTunes go? It's not even on Apple anymore. You can still download it on a PC. And, you know, like, and you can watch movies, you can play games. You know, where are my movies? Here's my movies. Yeah, I think we went to the movies already. TV shows, different stuff. I don't know why TV shows didn't open. Maybe why the hell did that not open? Go to my app store. Go to your purchases. Okay. Oh, that's what it means. It goes to my purchases, my library, TV shows. So there's TV shows. I got the Mayans, I got Star Trek, the original series. I've got House of the Dragon, more Star Trek, Westworld, which is kind of cool because that's gone off everything. I've got all the Vikings. I don't know why I bought Yellowstone. Vikings Valhalla. I've got all the Sopranos. Come on. I've got all the Sons of Anarchy. I've got all the Mayans. Yeah, I spent money on this. I've got all the Game of Thrones. I believe I've got all of them. Yeah, I got every season. So why would I buy that anywhere else? Oh, I'd love it on 4K Blu-ray, but that's a lot to handle. Anyway, for $179 to connect that to your TV, and you're an Apple person, or even if you're not an Apple person, this smokes Google Chromecast. This smokes but whatever else there is. Like what other little boxes? I've owned them all, and Apple TV is just better. I mean, Andrew Robinson talks about it. Johnny Darko talks about it. They just all have it. They all have it. And maybe they just prefer Apple. I don't know. I love Steve Jobs. He was the biggest prick that ever lived, and everybody loved him. Well, that's not true. Not everybody that worked for him loved him, but everybody on the outside of the world loved him for what he did. He's been dead since whatever year, and we lost something when Steve Jobs died. We did. And Apple, I mean, it's showing its ugly head that Steve Jobs is no longer there now. So they're not evolving as fast as some other phone companies, but they're holding their own in the market. Not really. Their stocks are dropping, but that's why they hate Apple, and that's a fact. So thanks for sticking with me. I'm reviewing this one more time. I'm going to get rid of my last video and put this back up. Have a good day. And that must be Jason Momoa.